Why, hello there. If you're seeing this, this means I've done an oopsie, aka did a massive blunder called storing and porting video files on a not so good flash drive. It was meant to be temporary until I got the SSD, but I was kind of lazy once I got the SSD and didn't actually move anything over. So this is my apology, because there is now about 3 lost episodes for this channel. Episode 1 of Pirate Game is now lost. Episode 4 of Pirate Game is now lost media. And then the original Deck of the Dam stream is now also lost media. But I'm pretty sure that was a more Session 0 thing anyway, so that doesn't really matter the part of Deck of the Dam if we ever return, but this is my apology for kind of massively fucking up. An SSD has been purchased, the files have been moved over, but those VODs are effectively lost. But I wanted to give a mild recap of what happened in, Session 1 of Deck of the Damned. So for my remembrance of Session 1 of Deck of the Damned, it was just kind of plain and simple, kind of depending on, this is kind of the rough story from where I remember we last were, but they started with entering the all market. They had an interview with some guy to enter the all market. It was a whole thing where they had like one-on-one talks with each person, and they moved in the city to complete their task given by their soon-to-be captain Corral to meet his better Corbel. Corbel takes the item that was given to him. He puts up a trade offer. Tells him it's gonna be a few days before the money hits. They go into town, have some fun. Feedback's character, which I'm definitely not blanking on the name of. Let me just check my notes real quick. I have notes for the session, so it should not be that hard. We're on campaign. Hold on. Sorry, this is so bad, bro. I feel so fucking bad for this fucking up so bad. But yeah, yeah. William Morrison, Eback's character, kind of was holding on to this thing from his former captain. It was a dream flower, particularly of the blood manipulation type, which his captain already has in lore or something or whatever. If you have if you eat another one of the same type, you get more powerful. It kind of just stacks. So he went to go sell that. I think Malachite and Conter also kind of came with. I don't really remember that well. And then they started leaving, and as they were leaving, they got jumped in an alleyway, and there was sort of a chase sequence where they had to run away from other pirates trying to track them down because they all had bounties on their heads, mostly William for the Dreamflower. They all make it run to the courtroom where it's revealed they have, running into the courtroom reveals Malachite has a court date that is today, where he has to confront the judge or judge man, prove his innocence that he did not steal stuff at the beginning of the story, which is why he was arrested in Session 0. I think that makes sense. And I guess I could explain Session 0 too, but TLDR, they're on a ship because they're all in prison in some way, shape, or form. Soon to be Captain Corral broke them out, sent them on a quest to get to the oil market to sell this item or give it to her brother to sell. And then we're in Session 1. Session 2, you can watch on YouTube. It's probably going to be going up right now. And that bleeds into Session 3. And if I remember Session 3, they're on the ship or getting ready to get on the ship. So basically Session 4, we're going to recap that real quick. They all get on the ship. They all start traveling. The ship's kind of dinky, not as good because their big ship got attacked. Was part of a fire thing. So they were getting that repaired. But on the meantime, they went on a mission on a small dinky ship. There's the option of, I think I remember I gave the players the option of, do you want something combat focused, roleplay focused? Pretty sure they picked dungeon combat. They were an underwater fire elemental temple there's fire elemental temple that is sunken into the sea. And in there, they got some underwater coal, basically deep coal that can burn underwater. Basically, a whole fire elemental forge down there. found a baby fire elemental, saved it from like spending eternity in an air pocket, but also picked up the item they're sent here to get, which is some type of enchanted copper like conch tuba. And that was kind of the intercession, was them making it back up to the boat. This is kind of it. I would once again apologize for fucking up. It is completely my bad. In the future, VODs will be directly updated to YouTube using Twitch's and YouTube's linking system, so we don't have to worry about lost media anymore. I apologize for anyone who liked Pirates and misses the first episode and the fourth. I blame myself. No hate to anyone else but myself on this part. That's the DM or Pineapple Cat out. I'll talk to you later. But as of this recording, I'm uploading Deck of the Dam part What Works in Lake Part 2. Then we are moving on to uploading What I Have of Pirates. This is going to go up before Pirates, so there will be vague timestamps, if I remember correctly, to put spoiler warnings. But thank you and good night.